Hi everyone and welcome to more Wet Rock and Chocolate Milk. This little piece of paradise is Dinas Silica mine in the Brecon Beacons, and this is our second dive for today. Our plan for this dive is to check out the left shallow gallery. So we're following the line another team has laid for a few meters before making a secondary tie-off and heading left. And here's my favorite brick to tie off on. Dash 2, do us the honors please. Now, while my buddy is catching up and going to make a tie-off, let me tell you something that totally won't have anything to do with what is about to happen. It turns out, wet line stretches a bit, and when reeling in line underwater, it never gets reeled on as neatly as you can do on land. So, if you let the line dry up a bit during the surface interval, it shortens, and that can lead to line being pulled underneath the rest of the line on the reel. A potential and annoying consequence is that reels can jam up that way. It is therefore good practice to unwind at least as much line as you've used from your reel after every dive and rewind neatly. Now, we only had about an hour surface interval, so figured that it would be very unlikely to jam a reel that way today. Yet, karma was about to give us a polite reminder. Oh, silt. I can see the jam from all the way over here. After letting my buddy see whether this is fixable, it's time to get the backup out. Alright, tied off and in, just need to make sure not to leave a trap for the other team, and we can continue our dive. The area we're in is basically a long corridor with various openings to the left and right. Going left gets us to a parallel corridor which is not flooded. Going right leads to another corridor about 3 meters deeper. Overall, I have no idea how long these are. A friend mentioned he once walked down the dry corridor one over to the left, and it went on for at least a kilometer with no end in sight. So there is clearly some mapping that can still be done down here. Oh look, and there's the other team. They're practicing skills in preparation for some advanced cave training, so let's not be in their way. Following the remains of the rail track in the shallow gallery, we come across the odd objects left behind when the mine closed down. Like this rubber boot. Makes you wonder who decided to leave their footwear in such a place and how they got home. Or this glove, though I can see a worker just discarding a glove like that. There are also ventilation openings, like the one right here, where someone decided they didn't feel like lining any further. I wonder if I can fit through there. Might be some interesting no-mon training opportunity. Unfortunately, with the line ending there and our spare primary reel already used, we have to turn back. But the pathway to the next deeper corridor was lined, so we checked down there instead. Here we find another one of these ventilation shafts, and this one is definitely large enough to pass through. Gas says not today though, so we'll make our way back. As this was also the second dive for today, and the first one was relatively long, my camera battery died on the return trip. So with that, I'll let my camera say goodbye until next time.